Hey everybody, how you doing? Jeff here, back with another Diablo 2 Resurrected video. And in this one, I wanted to address some questions that I've gotten from players, and specifically new players, brand new to the game or fairly new, don't have a whole lot of knowledge about it, and they're trying to sort through all the weapons and other pieces of gear and decide what it is they should use. Um, and to start off with, I think the best place would be to look at some of the modifiers and skills and stats that you can actually find on pieces of gear to try to understand those and then match those up with whatever you're trying to do with your character, whether it's going to be like a melee build or attacking with skills or what it might be. So first off, let's jump in and take a look at some of those things like increased attack speed, deadly strike, life steal, mana steal, faster hit recovery to get an understanding of what to look for. Okay, so I've got a list here of the modifiers that you're going to find in the game, and I've got them broken into some categories. So I've got a green list, a blue list, and then a red list, which is just the one item, but I'll get to that in a second here. So I think these benefit certain character types or builds. That's why I have them broken up into these categories. So first off, as you level up in Diablo 2, you gain 1 skill point and 5 stat points. So let's check out the green list here first. So plus to skills. You can find items that give plus to specific skills, plus to a tree of skills, like all cold sorceress skills or all lightning sorceress skills. And then you can find some items that give plus to all skills that you use. Stats. That would be strength, dexterity, vitality, and energy. And the more you have of those, the more powerful you'll be. If you can get some of those bonuses on your gear, it means you can dump more points into vitality and hopefully survive better on your character. Resistances. There is lightning, fire, cold, and poison. And if you have to choose between some of them, focus on lightning and fire. They're definitely the most dangerous in the game. Faster hit recovery. If your character takes a big hit, which I believe is 1/12 or more of their maximum HP, they'll go into this animation where they have to recover from the hit, kind of like a stun. And if you have more of that, they're going to recover quicker to be able to do another action, run away, whatever you need to do. Faster run walk. There's a lot of grinding in this game. You're going to be farming areas over and over, so the faster you can move, the more efficient you'll be at doing that. And then the last one on the green list, Magic Find. If you stack Magic Find, you're going to find better quality items. You're not going to find more items, but it will improve the rarity of the items. So there are white items, then there are blue, which are called magical. There are yellows, which are called rares. There's ones that are kind of golden that are uniques, and then green ones are set items. So that's going to improve the rarity of those items, which is what you want. By the end game, you're going to have a mix probably of rares, uniques, sets, and then some rune words, which is kind of a separate topic. So the green list kind of benefits every character in the game, every build, I'd say. Let's check out the blue list here. The weapon type you're using. So that's going to include like the damage it does and the weapon speed, how quickly it actually attacks. The increased attack speed. You stack that and you're going to attack faster. The faster you attack, the more damage you're going to do. Deadly Strike is the chance to do double damage. Crushing Blow is a mechanic where you'll take off a certain percentage of a monster's health. It can be crazy powerful, especially against really high level monsters with lots of health. It'll take off huge chunks of their life and kill them very quickly if you used appropriately. Life Steal and Mana Steal. If you attack, again, with your weapon, you're swinging with a sword, you're shooting with a bow, you will steal back life and some mana to replenish those. And then the last one on this list is attack rating. In order to hit with a weapon, you actually have to improve your attack rating. And you can check that in the character screen, and it shows like your percentage chance to hit certain monsters. And then the final category here, the red one, just the one item, faster cast rate. That's basically the equivalent of increased attack speed. But faster cast rate refers to your skills that you're casting, like a sorceress casting fireball or lightning, or a paladin casting blessed hammer. It will cast those skills more quickly. Again, the faster you can cast them, the more damage you're going to put out. So the reason I have these split up like this is because like I said, the green list kind of works for every build, every character. The blue list is just if you're going to attack with your weapon. Like you're going to swing a sword, you're going to swing a mace, you're shooting your bow. Those blue items will affect that kind of attack. If you're casting spells, like a sorceress fireball, you want that faster cast rate. You do not care about the blue list whatsoever. None of those things will benefit your sorceress casting a fireball. The increased attack speed doesn't do anything. You don't need attack rating because it's going to hit. You cannot steal life, you cannot steal mana, and so on. So if you're casting skills, you want to do faster cast rate from the red list and then choose stuff from the green list to power up. If you're like a melee character or using a bow, swinging a sword, you want to focus on the blue list and then also the green list to build up that character. And one final thing I want to mention here is something called breakpoints. If you're not familiar with that, it affects faster hit recovery, increased attack speed, and faster cast rate. And they're basically thresholds that if you add more increased attack speed on, for instance, you have to reach a certain amount for it to actually improve your character. And I'll show a couple examples here to hopefully make that a little more clear. So here's one of my characters. He's a paladin. He is a melee fighter, so he charges in and hacks away at the monsters. He's got those modifiers from the blue list, like we were just talking about, and the green list. So he's got crushing blow, deadly strike, lifesteal, monosteal, those kinds of things. So I charge in there, hack away, and that's how I do the killing. So let's check out some of his gear here, just to make it a little clearer. Let's look at his helmet, for instance. Um, it's got hit recovery, it's got crushing blow, 15% deadly strike, some strength, some resistances. Um, let's see, what amulet does he have here? Um, Good resistances there for his amulet, a little damage, some life. Boots are fantastic for a melee fighter. They're called gore riders. They've got that run walk, the crushing blow, the deadly strike, the open wounds. Open wounds where it's like a poison kind of skill, does damage over time. His ring here, attack rating, because he's got to be able to hit, monosteal, lifesteal, other ring, damage, attack rating, lifesteal, life, mana, resistances. Um, we've got more lifesteal in his gloves here. So this type of character, you want a good weapon. It's going to hit hard, hit fast, and then all of these supporting modifiers like we were just talking about. Now, let's take a look at a quick example of breakpoints, like I mentioned. So if you go into your character screen, you can actually view more advanced stats than this. So let's touch that, and this will give your totals of all the modifiers you have on your gear. So you don't have to try to figure out how much lifesteal you have or monosteal or whatever. You can come in here and quickly see what it is. So let's scroll down and look at how about faster hit recovery. So this, when you get hit hard, you kind of go into a stun animation, and it takes a certain amount of time to recover and be able to act again. So improving your faster hit recovery will improve the speed of that. So to figure out what breakpoints are, I recommend just going online. If you search just Diablo 2 breakpoints, you'll get tons of charts and graphs up that'll help you figure this out because it's kind of complicated at times. It's based on your character, your build, what skill you're using, what weapon you're using, lots of different factors. So in order to determine these, I recommend just Googling it to figure it out. Now, I'm looking at a chart here for my paladin. For instance, if he has 0 hit recovery, it's going to take him 9 frames. That's how long it'll take him to recover and be able to act again. I've got 50% faster hit recovery there, the top line. And that means I reach a breakpoint. There's one breakpoint that I have to be 48% hit recovery, and that means it's only going to take 5 frames instead of 9. It's much faster. Now, the next one would be 86% faster hit recovery. Unless I add enough faster hit recovery to reach 86, it's not going to benefit me at all. Say I add another 20% hit recovery and I have a total of 70, that does me no good. 50 is the same as 70 or 80. I've got to reach that next one of 86 for the animation to actually improve. And it's the same way for increased attack speed and the same way for faster cast rate. Now let's take a look at a different character. This is also a paladin, but it's a much different build. This one is a Blessed Hammer build. So this one, he's actually casting and he's doing damage with his skill called Blessed Hammer. He does not care at all about what weapon type he has on, the speed of the weapon, the damage of the weapon. All he cares about is the bonuses from it. So this one, all that this is doing is giving him plus to paladin skill levels, which does make a big difference. Here, if we check it without the weapon here, we can see the damage here. It's 1497 top end. Just with this one bonus to paladin skill levels, it jumps up to 1650. So this type of character plus skills is huge for it. It gives him a tremendous boost. Okay, now he's not running around attacking with his weapon like this. So again, he doesn't care about the weapon itself, just the bonuses that it gives. Okay, and I purposely left some of these items off. These all give cast rate. faster cast rate. So I wanted to show just the difference it can make. So here's how fast he can cast out his hammers. Or if I put on this gear that gives a lot of faster cast rate, he's going to jump up several breakpoints like we were just talking about, and you'll see how much faster he can cast. Crazy difference, right? Going to put out way more damage, be way more effective at killing. So he's looking for faster cast rate and all the green bonuses that we talked about. Pump up cast rate, get a lot of all skills, some resistances, some hit recovery. That's what this character is looking for. Here, let's run over somewhere and kill a few things, just show it off a little bit. And again, the things from the blue list don't benefit this at all. They do not work. Crushing Blow, Deadly Strike, Lifesteal, Monosteal, none of that works when you're casting a spell like this and hitting with a skill. So that'd be like, Sorceress Fireball, Sorceress Lightning, Druid Fire skills, hammered in like this. You're looking for faster cast rate, plus the skills, hit recovery, resistances, those kinds of things. And then one last thing I'd like to mention kind of quick here is just the resources that are available online. This is a website called Arreat Summit, which I've used for years and years. And you can go on here and look at a lot of these items here, weapons, armor, helmets, whatever you want to look at. And it's got much more detailed information. So if we click on normal swords here, and we look at an example here. So this is a list of some of the normal swords, one-handed. So let's look at the top one there, short swords. The next category shows its damage range, 2 to 7 or 4.5 average. Minimum strength and dexterity required to wield it. Range adder is the distance a weapon will attack from. The durability, the number of sockets. So if you can get into doing rune words, which can be super powerful, this will show how many maximum sockets it can have. So if you've got a rune word that takes like 3 or 4 sockets, then you could even possibly use a short sword because it can only have 2 sockets. Then the next category is speed by class. So it shows per class, weapons do vary on how quickly they attack. So that can be good if you get into calculating your attack speed. And then the quality level, which is a whole different thing of where certain items can drop and whatnot. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope this was helpful. If you had any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to ask. I love to talk Diablo, and I'd be happy to answer those. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.